Oh, hey, I assume you're here to see the commissioner? He's busy. Anything I can do for you?
I doubt it. Look, I was summoned here to talk to Mac. Something about the case against Helena Cassadine?
Yeah, he'll fill you in on the details when he's through.
It's happened again, hasn't it? She slipped through your jackbooted fingers.
You know what? Relax there, Zippy. Mrs. Cassadine's still in custody. She's downstairs.
Well, then why am I here? What's the big deal? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, but there's a problem. I've had Helena's alleged lab searched twice now.
What the hell do you mean alleged? You were down there. You saw it, didn't you?
That's the thing. We didn't find anything.
Somebody tell me this is a joke.
No, you know, there's nothing down there, Spencer. Not a shred of physical evidence to support your science fiction story.
Helena Cassadine is a complete psycho, okay? She kidnapped him, she kidnapped half my family, and most of her own. She assaulted Lucky, she terrorized Laura with the help of her twice-dead son, Stavros. You throw in a handful of high crimes and misdemeanors here, Mac, and you've got a case.
It's not that simple, Luke.
Well, what the hell does it take? We've done all the work for you. And you've got a dozen sworn statements, all testifying to the same facts.
With little or no corroborating evidence. Look, all I've got is a bunch of people with long-standing grudges against the Cassadines, alleging Helena took them against their will to some kind of facility. Now, maybe that's enough to move on the kidnapping charges. As for the rest, not a chance.
We didn't make this up, Commissioner. I mean, for God's sake, didn't you secure the crime scene? Protect the evidence?
Helena had a lab. Yes, that's not a crime, Luke. But there was no cryogenic coffin, no formulas, no records on file, and no sign Stavros Cassadine ever existed.
There was nothing. The place is no more dangerous than a high school chemistry lab.
Unbelievable. Amazing police work. You stood around and let them destroy the evidence.
Stefan and I triggered a fail-safe. It probably did more than just seal the doors.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, well, it must be, because every computer down there was crashed.
Exactly.
There's no salvageable data, no way to tell what the computers were used for. And the place was clean. It was clean. Nothing hazardous.
Yeah, well, what does that tell you? It tells you there were things there worth destroying. And what about him? What about the mind control? What about the things she made him do? She used him as a weapon. That's attempted murder.
Why do you think I got Lucky down here, Luke? To find out exactly what Helena asked him to do, so we'd have something concrete to go on.
And
I can't remember. It's
Imagine.
more and more, Dad. Ever since, we broke through Helena's programming, I can't remember places, I can't remember times. I can't remember what she ordered me to do. All that stuff's gone.
Okay, Tony Jones, get a hold of him. It was his kid that she poisoned first, and he helped her regenerate Stavros.
I've got a call into Tony Jones, Luke.
Well, if you don't chain that old bat up, she's gonna slither right out of here.
We're holding Helena on the kidnapping charges. As for the rest, we can't bring charges the evidence won't support.
Commissioner.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere.
Don't worry. I'm not. I'll probably be sitting right in front of her cell. She's going down. All right. Just don't worry about it. I'll take care of this. And don't you worry. I mean, she's robbed you of enough of your life. Just let it be, and Elizabeth will be back soon. Everything will get back to normal. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, you're wrong about that. Elizabeth and I don't really have what we used to have. You wouldn't happen to have any lessons on love, would you?
Well, Elizabeth will be back soon, and actually, sometimes distance is a good thing.
It's not Elizabeth. It's me. The moment we defeated Helena, everything she had blocked, all those feelings, all those emotions about the family, everything just came flooding back. And all I wanted to do was talk to Elizabeth. I wanted to hear her voice. I wanted to tell her that I loved her. I wanted to tell her, explain to her somehow that all this stuff is over,
What changed?
Me. Dad, I changed. The moment I talked to her on the phone. Yeah, she seemed the same, She acted like nothing ever happened. Maybe I didn't feel what I thought I was gonna feel. All those feelings that came back were suddenly leaving. They were fading just as fast as they came. Like it was temporary.
Well, you know, I just don't think I would worry about it so much.
Well, I can't be leading Elizabeth on, right? I have to be honest with her. I'm just gonna end up hurting her.
Well, maybe and maybe not. There are no guarantees, but to run from her or avoid her or shut this whole thing down just because you're afraid of what might happen, see, that makes no sense at all. That's to let Helena win, even after we risked our lives, almost died, crushing her.
Yeah, but that doesn't change how I feel now.
Yeah, how do you feel? You're worried. You're worried about Elizabeth. That means that you still care about her, see? And it's everything has been so crazy. She'll come back, things will get back to normal, you'll trust your instincts. You know, for whatever it's worth, I think the two of you are the real deal. No matter what you've been through. No, I do. I do. Also, when you have something good going, when you've got a love that's real, meaningful, it's never really too late.
Do you really believe that?
I ain't having this conversation for my amusement.
Then how come it seems as if I'm going to be getting a new stepfather?
Well, who knows? Maybe your mother will come to her senses and remember why she left Baldwin in the first place.
So you don't think they're getting married, then?
I don't know. It's not our call. It's really none of our business. It's her life, her decision.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever she decides to do, she's gonna hope and want you to stand behind her. There's been much too much judgment and recrimination in this family, son. And frankly, most of it came from you. Don't make that mistake again. All we can hope for is that she makes a decision that'll make her happy.
Right.
But you're ducking my point. See, this is not about your mother and me. We made our mistakes. You gotta find your own mistakes. You make your own. No, you and Elizabeth, you've got a future. And if you don't, there's some other wonderful young woman waiting for you. Whatever happens, you gotta let go of the past. You gotta reinvent yourself. Don't let Helena win. Move on. Yeah?
Yeah.
Luke.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Oh, I knew you couldn't stay away. I imagined your life feels empty with me so inaccessible. You really have so little purpose.
Oh, he's got purpose. He's got lots of purpose, actually. In fact, his purpose is the same as mine. To see you locked away for good.
Well, I see the apple has rolled closer to the tree. I must admit, Lucky, I liked you better when you were under my influence.
Well, of course you did. So, Madam Rasputin, how did you manage to make all that evidence in the Batcave just disappear?
I don't know what you mean. I was merely setting up a new research facility for the hospital.
If that's the best story you've cooked up, Cookie, you better keep baking.
Luke, you know my specialty is not baking. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about you. You really will miss me when I'm gone, won't you?
Like fleas.
You don't have to be strong for me. No, admit it. You're stranded. You're a man without purpose. Now, a lesser person might get over it, but not the mighty Luke Spencer. No, you need a higher purpose, a grand amusement to drive your life, or you'll just pale and wither. Especially being as lonely as you are now. After all the trouble you went to save Laura. You lost her anyway, didn't you?
Vance! What is this prisoner doing unattended?
Sorry, Lieutenant. Just getting a process.
Forget it. I'll take Mrs. Cassadine to her cell myself.
Alone? I suggest you use a SWAT team or at least a chair and a whip.
Luke, you know what? You're not the only one who gets upset when somebody messes with his family. Given what she was going to do to my sister, I will personally make sure that you are locked up for a very long time. Let's go.
See you in hell, baby.
Just for the record, that little curse offered at your wedding? Just because I'm a trifle beleaguered at the moment doesn't mean that your misfortune has run its course.